I am going to work through the problems that were on the Quizizz assignment. Now, I printed this out, but it is not necessarily in the order that you had the questions, because I think the questions are random when they come up, but these are the 19 questions everyone did. So, all right, so first up, solve for x. All right, so these are all going to be parallelograms, so we know that all the characteristics are going to apply. So first up, solve for x. So x is there and there. Those two sides are equal. So basically we have an equation saying that the top is equal to the bottom. So if we solve this, did I get that? So x is 7. All right, I think it's the same picture. Yeah, same picture. This time we're solving for y. So y is here and here. Those two pieces are congruent because the diagonals are bisected. So again, we end up with an equation. So one side is equal to the other side. So 3y is 27, so y is 9. All right, number 3, this one we're solving for z. So we have z here, and we know that those two pieces are congruent. So 2z plus 3 has to equal 37. So that tells us that z is going to be 17. All right, next up. Excuse me. All right, so we have this picture. Oh wait, that's number 3. It got duplicated because I tried to make the pictures bigger. All right, so here we go, number 4. So first thing we need to do is solve for x. So we know that if this one is 107, then together these two have to add up to 180. So this one is going to have to be 73 degrees. So that tells us that 3x plus 1 has to equal 73. So 3x is 72. So that tells us x is 24. All right, number 5, solve for y. Okay, well, then this is really a continuation. So since we know that x is 24, we know that this angle and that angle are congruent. So y is going to be 73 degrees. So that should be B. All right, number 6. Sorry about that. All right, so this is where they kind of got a little bit smaller, so I was trying to make them bigger. So let's see if we can focus a little bit also. Okay, so AC is the diagonal and BD is the other diagonal, and we know that those two are equal. So we have an equation again. So 74 minus 3x, if I did that correctly. So we're going to get 10x equals 80. So this question was asking to solve for x, so x is 8. All right, next one. This one is a continuation from the last one. So this time we're trying to figure out the length of AC. Well, AC is 7x minus 6, and we know that x is 8. So if we fill that in, we should get 50. All right, number 8, still same question. BE. Okay, so since it's a rectangle, the length of AC we found in the last question was 50, which means BD would be 50, which means BE would be 25. All right, so this one is a new one, and we're solving for y. So we have a rectangle. All right, PQS. So PQS, so this angle right there is y plus 34. And RSQ, so that angle right there is 3y minus 4. Well, we know that those two are congruent because they're alternate interior angles. So that would mean that y plus 34 is going to equal 3y minus 4. So that says 2y equals 38. So that tells us that y is 19. All right, next one. So since those two were connected, and we already know that y is 19 right there. All right, so now we have to figure out the measure of angle PQS. So PQS, which is that one, which was y plus 24. So that means that PQS is going to, oh wait, I think I said 24. It should be 34. Plus 34, so that should be 53 degrees. And then QSP, so QSP, all right, so it's a rectangle, so we know that's a 90-degree angle. We know that this one is 53 degrees, and we are finding QSP, which is this bottom one right here. So if we use 180 degrees or even just 90 degrees, that one should be 37. All right, number 12. So this one is a rhombus. Find the missing value. So we want JG. So JG is right here. Well, if this one is 24, then we know that one, JG, is also going to be 24. All right. Next one. Still a rhombus. This time we're looking for FJ. All right. Well, the deal here is that we know that this one is 24 right there. We know this is a right angle, and this right here is a right triangle. So what we need to do is use Pythagorean theorem to figure out what this piece is right here. So, because we are looking for FJ, is that correct? Yeah. So, what we need to do is, so we could say a squared plus 24 squared equals 25 squared. So if we know 25 squared is 625, 24 squared should be 576, I believe. 576, and then that's a squared, so 625, and then we want to subtract the 576, which should be 49, because that's 25 and 24 right there, which means that this side is 7. So FJ is 7. All right. The next one is still a rhombus. Oh, same one. EFH, so angle EFH. So EFH is this one right here. Well, remember that these are right triangles in here, and all four of them are the same. So if this is 62, that's 62, that's 62, that's 62. So that one is 62. All right, number 15. Oh, still same one. Okay, HGE. So we want to find the measure of angle HGE. Sorry, I'm off the screen. So HGE, so this angle right here. Okay, so again, remember that this is a right triangle. So if we look at this right here, if this is 62 degrees, then that one up there is going to have to be 28. All right, now we're moving on to a square, and we're asked to find side JL. Okay, so JL, oh, well, actually it's a segment, sorry, not a side. So JL is right here. So what we know about a square is that all four of these are congruent triangles, and they're all congruent diagonals bisected, so all of these are 7. So 7, 7, 7. So JL is 14. All right. Almost done. So next one. So again, we have a square. This time we're looking for ML. Okay, so ML is this one right here. So remember that we have a right triangle right here. If this is 7, that's 7, and we can use Pythagorean theorem to figure out this side. So 7 squared plus 7 squared equals that last side squared. So this is going to be 49 and 49, which is 98. So x is going to be the square root of 98, which we can actually estimate to be really, really close because it's almost at 100. So I'm thinking it's going to be 9.9. All right, next up is, same shape, square. This time we're looking for K and L. K and L. K and L right here is a right angle. All right, last one. So again, we have a square MKJ. MKJ. So MKJ is this angle right here. Well, what happens in a square is that these diagonals bisect the angles right here. So this diagonal comes up and cuts that in half, which makes, so let's just make sure, MKJ is a 45-degree angle. All right, that covers it. I hope that was helpful.